Please give it up for Ali Abdaal.
But when you're talking about productivity, what have you come to believe about what it means and what it doesn't mean?
Yeah, so
Hey friends, welcome back to the vlog. It's quite fun doing this vlog. It's nice being able to share the behind the scenes of what's been going on, the behind the business, as it were. So I actually started off the morning with a couples therapy session. Then we had a content meeting with Content Squad over Zoom. That was very nice. We talked about kind of the long-term trajectory of what we're trying to build here. And then I had a good 2-hour session with Tintin where we were sort of planning videos out for the next several weeks because we like to do things far in advance. And then tomorrow is particularly interesting because we are flying to Dublin to give a talk at Google. That's gonna be sick. So I need to prepare the talk tomorrow morning because I have an idea of what I need to say, but I need to turn it into slides. And then after the talk, I'm also gonna be recording like a segment for their sort of internal MBA type thing. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna say for that and plan all the sessions for that. Then we're going to Brighton for the International Fitness Summit, where I'm giving a bit of a talk / Q&A with my friend Chris Williamson, all about feel-good productivity. So this is a bit of a rogue week because it involves a bit of travel, but we'll bring the vlog along and hopefully you guys can see behind the business what it looks like. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. All right, gang, I have just prepped my talk. We're going to be talking through the Odyssey plan, we're going to be talking through the Wheel of Life, and we're going to be talking through the Christmas celebration and end with a little bit of a motivational kind of message. And now I just need to turn this into some kind of slides. Although I'm thinking, I could just go minimalistic. I could just not have slides. That could be interesting.
One more time.
Life is good. When life is good, I feel the need to eat. Help yourself, you guys.
take care.
Nice. Thank you so much.
This is so sick. I love it when companies pay for nice hotel rooms and stuff. It's just such a vibe. Just gonna drop my bags off. We've got 11 minutes and then I have my one-to-one with Angus and it's a lovely day, so we're gonna go for a little walk, get some steps in, then we're gonna grab dinner and go to the gym, and then tomorrow is big day at Google. So yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, we are en route to Google building. We're gonna start off by having breakfast with them, and then we've got a bunch of meeting / mini coaching sessions with some of their senior leaders, apparently, so that should be fun. Gonna get some business advice from them. And then I've got my talk, which I'm gonna wing slightly. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
No.
He eventually pivoted to becoming a full-time YouTuber, has 4.5 million followers now, and wrote a new book all about productivity. We're gonna ask him about that later. The next 30 minutes, we're gonna do a workshop with Ali on building a life and a career you love. And then in the end, we're gonna do Q&As. And with that, a warm welcome to Ali.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming out here, thank you so much for having me. First thing I want to say is that I'm not here to give you any advice. Like, what the hell do I know about how to figure out what to do with your life and your career? I knew that I did not want to be in a position that a lot of these friends of mine were, and senior colleagues were, where I didn't want to look back on my career and think, how did I get here? I wanted it to be a little bit more intentional. And so there were really 3 key exercises or strategies that I found helpful for trying to be a bit more intentional with career and life planning. Basically everything I do is goal directed in some way or another. You know, I used to enjoy playing video games, and now I don't. It feels like a waste of time. If I read fiction, I feel kind of guilty because I'm like, oh, but I should be a productivity expert, I should be reading productivity books. And it's like, how much joy do I have in my life? I rated it 3 out of 10. I was like, damn. You know, we're all very good at giving life advice to our friends, right? But we all suck at taking that life advice ourselves. And it would often take, you know, my writing coach or my editor or someone on my team or like my girlfriend or whoever to remind me, hey, remember to enjoy this.
If you want to have a read, take a sneak peek, and then later in the year when the book is released, we're going to actually distribute it across Google.
Aww.
That's so cool.
Can I say thank you to Jen?
Oh, what's this?
Wow. What? I don't know what it is.
Oh my goodness. It's a very unique opportunity. Got the camera. Alrighty, so that's the end of the event. That was super fun. did the talk, did the session for Google Business Academy, did the Q&A with Joe for the Google Business Academy. It was good vibes all around. So now it is 5:30. We're heading back to the hotel, and I think it's time for a quick gym sesh, followed by dinner with our friend Jeff Su.
You like seafood? I do like seafood too. I do like oyster as well. I feel like when we're on a business trip, might as well splash out a bit. That's huge.
Ooh, it is Thursday evening. It's 7:20 p.m. Absolutely freaking knackered. Had a big gym session with my personal trainer, Tony. Had a little trip to a local Pakistani restaurant with Bob, who's behind the phone over there. And we discussed a bunch of stuff around our working relationship and calendar management and how we're going to deal with messages and emails and workflows for that kind of stuff. This trip to Dublin has been absolutely sick. Really fun times at Google. People were so friendly. And I really enjoyed giving that talk. I'd never given that talk before. I only prepped it like a day before. So thankfully it turned out well. But now I have this talk. And the nice thing about giving a talk once is that you can then recycle that talk at other places. So tomorrow we've got Dan Priestley in the morning, and then we're going to Brighton with like half the team for the International Fitness Summit, where I'm giving a talk with Chris Williamson on Saturday. It's just great vibes all around. See you later, vlog. Bye.
No.
Gonna take my portable B-Day.
Oh, yeah. Don't need to know about that.
These are absolutely game changing, you guys. It's like a portable B-Day. It's like a squeezy lota.
He's got a thing called Part-Time YouTuber Academy, and that is a much more in-depth way of going through this. I learned pretty much everything I needed. Thank you, Ali Abdaal, person with 3 times as many YouTube subscribers as me.
All right, so here we are at the IFS. Weirdly, I got invited to the International Fitness Summit to give a talk about productivity. And I think I am, out of all of the speakers, you're this little headline artist, out of all the speakers, I am the least hench. So I need to work on the bicep. Hanging out with Chris Williamson, met James Smith for the first time. It's great vibes. Hanging out with our friends at Genflow, building out Light Mode, which is our keyboards and books and backpacks and stuff. That's all happening a little bit in the background. And now Chris is doing a talk at 8 p.m. But we also have a team dinner at 8 p.m. So what are we going to do? Are we going to go to Chris's talk? Hi, Ali. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Body pack 1. And we're just chilling.
Obviously don't have any slides or anything.
Nope. So do you want to run that poll or should I run the poll?
I'll do that. I'll intro it.
Yep.
First, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Ali Abdaal.
But when you're talking about productivity, what have you come to believe about what it means and what it doesn't mean?
Doing the things that matter to you in a way that's intentional and effective and enjoyable.
Like that to me is the essence of productivity. Without some sort of vision, with some sort of mission, with some sort of like 1-year plan, 3-year plan, because you don't really know where you're trying to go. It's the same with our personal lives. The people who, quote, succeed, you know, however you define, however society tends to define success, did tend to not have gotten there accidentally.
Yeah.
At various points, you know, the journey would have been windy, but it's much easier to steer a moving ship than a stationary ship. So you figure out your direction, your destination, you start moving in that direction. And the fact that you started moving in that direction means that you're way more likely to get to wherever you want to go.
Famous journalist, newspaper owner, and he decided he was going to do a show in the West End of London about the life of Prince Charles in rhyming couplets. He releases the show, first night, opening night. By the mid-time interval, no one is left, including the cast. So Douglas asks this guy, like, mate, a show in the West End of London about the life of Prince Charles in rhyming couplets. What were you thinking, right? Yeah. And he was despondent, like he was upset. He wanted to do this thing and he was really, really passionate about it. And he said, well, Douglas, I followed my instincts. And instincts may sometimes lead you wrong, but they're the only thing that's ever led you right. I was like, fucking hell, that's interesting. Instincts may sometimes lead you wrong, but they're the only thing that's ever led you right. And the fear that I have, if you go too hard on the branding side and not hard enough on the just doing side, is that you end up like tamping down your ability to hear your own instinct. Like you can't hear it anymore because you're not being you, you're being like YouTube you. Ali's not being Ali, Ali's being YouTube Ali. And what that means is like all of the instinct that sometimes weave you into step change, super force multiplier leverage situations that you would get because you see what no one else can see, they all get like papered over the top of because you're trying to like live someone else's thing, if that makes sense.
That's really useful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Alrighty, so day is nearly over. It is 10:37. Still need to write my 1,000 words for the day, but today's been absolutely sick. How have I done? Had a massage in the morning, after breakfast with the team, did lots of thinking about org structure, had a couple of hours of sort of figuring shit out with Angus, had a good sesh with Sean from Genflow talking about org design. Then I had my talk, which was very nice, with Chris hosting it, which was fun. Now it's bedtime and I'm knackered, but I still need to write my 1,000 words for the day. So I'm gonna go back to the hotel room, bust out the iPad, get maybe a cup of chamomile tea, and then bang out 1,000 words. So that's the plan.